Hello, my friends. I'm glad you've come back. Looking forward to spending this time together. So, we've just completed our first day in our new world. We're going to start playing now. For those of you who watched our last episode, you would have seen a little bit of exploring and collecting. We dug straight down here to create a little shelter for the night, and I spent some time just digging this out and creating a couple of things here. So, got a little wood stove. We can work on cooking some food in here and preparing ourselves to go out and do a bit of exploring today. So we'll finish that up and craft ourselves some ladders to head up here. And then we will, I think for today, we'll focus on collecting more wood and trying to find some sheep. Maybe a little bit of exploring, not too much. And then I think probably put up a fence and clear a little safe space where we're at here at the spawn point to have sort of a basic spawn shelter for ourselves as we play and explore. And then we'll see what's around us and decide where we would want to build our actual main base, for at least our starter base in the new world. And the day looks like it's getting away already. We must have been in those mines a little longer than I thought, so we'll craft a trapdoor that'll allow us to keep a closer eye on things for tomorrow. And I think I'm gonna do a little bit of mining, and then basically just, I think, cut down a lot of these trees, clear out this space, give ourselves a little safe space before we go and start heading out to explore. So that's what I think you're gonna see for the next little while here. So we'll start out with the trapdoor. Give us an opportunity to kind of peek in and out a bit, take a look up at the sunshine, and get back to it. That one there, clear that up. And we'll head down before we have any more surprise visitors like we had on our first night here. There we go. All right, well, a couple of things I normally do when I start mining. The first is just basically a strip mine. Just kind of dig like a tunnel straight out. I'll probably start with that. It's a good way to try to collect some coal. The higher you are in your y-axis, so the closer you are to the sky, the more likely you are to find coal as you're exploring. So we want to make sure we have some coal first, so we have lots of torches. And then once we have that, I think we can start digging down. I might try to dig down, make a diamond mine. Normally I wouldn't do this on like day 2. But I'm feeling inspired to take that approach in this game, so I think that's what we'll do, and we'll just go with that feeling. Well, that's lucky. We've haven't made it too far out of our base here, just getting started, and we've already found a little bit of iron, so we'll collect that and use that. First things I like to craft is always a pickaxe in case you come across diamonds, you're ready to collect them. And then the other very useful thing is a shield. For if we're exploring those skeletons, having a shield is hugely protection. So we'll go ahead and collect that. We dug down all the way to the end. We used one pickaxe, and I put a little trap door down there, but it didn't pop out because it's still nighttime. Came back, put a couple doors here, and decided to open this up and sort of create a little bit deeper mine because we're obviously encountering a lot of dirt here. And as soon as I did, we found our first vein of coal. Wonderful. But that did take us through the night on our first evening here. So today you can see the sun's still early in the morning sky. So I want to focus on doing some work up here on the surface. Got to clear out a lot of these trees, give us some space, create our canvas, and then hopefully we'll find some sheep so we can start sleeping through these nights. I see we do have some creepers up here. There's skeletons over there. I've seen a few others popping around. Down there somewhere is where our tunnel came out that we dug in the night, and yeah, we'll start collecting those resources and see where we are at the end of the day. I popped up here and we have a little visitor. Oh, I don't know, he might have slipped away. Where did he go? There was I think it was a fox here, a white snowy fox, and I'm not sure what you would feed a fox to tame it. There he is. There's our friend. So let me know in the comments if you know what I should feed him if we'd like to make him into our pet. Okay, as we're continuing to mine our mine shaft here, going back from our little base we dug right at spawn, I've just poked through, so I thought maybe we could explore this together and see what we have out here. Don't know if this will be perhaps a cave, or if this will be perhaps an opening up to the top and we can go see what's up there. It is still nighttime from the looks of it. I've been listening and hearing the creepers, so we'll be careful if we do go. Well, it looks like it doesn't go very far. We've got some water down there. Who knows, maybe one day we'll have some potions and be able to explore. I don't know how long we'll play in this world. But we do have a way up, and as we've explored, it's become daytime, so we'll check this out and head back to collecting our trees. Well, that was a little bit lucky there. We were just attacked by a zombie as we popped up, but we were able to get a chainmail helmet, +2 armor with projectile protection, so our first piece of armor in our world. A little more luck again, our third black sheep that we've found here. So collect this sheep, and now we should have 3 wool. So we're all ready to be able to start crafting a bed and sleeping through the night. Good milestone for us. So we'll head back to the main area and craft our bed and continue collecting those materials, maybe leveling out the area a bit. And I think we are probably just a bit ready to start exploring some more. Here we are. We will come over here. Actually, first we need to grab our 2 other black wool that I've put in the chest here. Here we go. And we should have everything we need. But we'll need to craft some planks. And there it is, our bed. Wonderful. Now we can sleep through the night. We don't need to continue spending the night in the mines. And just in time too, because this is, I believe, our 3rd day now, which means that as of tonight, we would start having phantoms joining us if we're above the surface in the night, and they're very difficult. Hopefully you just need to be careful to not be exposed to the sky at night, but if they do come around, they're very difficult to battle early on when you don't have much in the way of armor or tools. So we have a bed, we have lots of material, our mine shaft is coming along. I think it's time to maybe explore a little bit, so we'll take a look around the area where we've spawned and see what we have. So it looks like we've got a little bit of mist or fog out there. It's a little bit difficult to see, but you can get a little bit of a view with some of this area we've cleared out. Looks like there's some water over there. Maybe we could go craft a boat, see where that takes us. A little bit of a mountain. From what I can see, it looks like we have more spruce forests over there, and off in this direction we have some frozen icy tundra, which would also be interesting to explore. We need to climb up to one of those peaks perhaps and see how far we can see, or maybe we could do the same over in this direction, give us a little better idea of where we are at, what we're looking for. So yeah, let me know, what do you think? Do you see anything in here that I have not commented on? Anything catches your eye? Anything you'd like us to explore, let me know. You can put it in the comments, and we'll go check it out. I think tomorrow we'll level this land, put up a little bit of a fence around here. This will be our building site right next to spawn. Gives us a little bit of a good place to view. And then I've got a couple of seeds too. We'll plant those in the ground, get those started, and see if we can't maybe get ourselves some animal pets as we move along. We're back at daytime. I see we've got a creeper over there. We'll keep an eye out for him. I made a hoe. I'm going to plant those seeds somewhere, but we will need to shelter them because the snow will kill the plants if you put them in the ground, of course. So we'll shelter them, create a little area for our crops to get started, and then I'm gonna, I think, dig out all of this area here, level that down, fence it in, and that will be the canvas in which we'll build our new home. So as we are continuing our build out there, leveling the ground, it didn't feel quite right to try to build a structure with a roof in the snow. I think we'll wait until we have find some sand. Maybe we can go over and explore that river and then use sand to create a little greenhouse. That feels more natural to this kind of environment. But I do want to get some of these seeds growing. So what I'm going to do here is we'll just plant these right down here in our cave and light them up with some torches. The soil won't be wet down here, of course, so it might not grow very well. It'll take some time, but I do think they will grow a little bit, and we'll get that started because it'd be nice to have some wheat that we can get ourselves either a cow for some milk or a sheep. If we had a couple sheep and we could breed them, then we could start taking the wool once we get a little bit more iron, and that'll allow us to have some more beds ready to go for when we head out to explore. So as we continue working the land up where we've spawned, you can see we do see a little bit of growth going slowly, but it is working down here. So we'll planted the 2 more seeds that we found. I just found 1 more, so we'll plant that as well. So we'll let this continue to go. It might be a while until we're able to actually create our little greenhouse and get our plants going up above ground. So we'll take this opportunity to start our growing down here and see what we can do. Looks like we have a nice snowfall coming down. It's starting to get dark. Trees are all white with the fresh layer of snow, and it's really starting to come together. So you can see I've kind of played into the natural hill that was here, and I surrounded it with cobblestone. You can see there's sort of this like terraced sort of garden kind of look to it. So I don't know how exactly we'll put this together with all the snow, what we'll plant there, what we'll make that look like, but I'm imagining this will be kind of decorated as sort of our landscaping coming up into this area here, which will be the basic outline of our main home. So next thing I'll want to figure out is what kind of wood we'll use. So right now, all we have is spruce, of course. That's all that's around our immediate spawn here. But if we're going to build this home, I'd like to use a couple of different tones, really give it some character. So we might go and do a little bit of exploring and adventuring tomorrow and see what kind of additional materials we can find. And then we'll take those materials back and construct our starter base. All right, I was just collecting some basic resources around our spawn point here, and I came across some yellow flowers. So those who know my style here, I love to create myself that happy little sunshine bed. I did not think we were going to find yellow flowers in a place like this, and yet we did. So very grateful for that. We have what we need. Once we have some wool, we can create our good luck sunshine bed. And you can see too over here, this is where the I mentioned earlier, the tunnel we were digging kind of hit the surface. So this is a sort of a back entrance into our base, which is up over there on the hill. Gonna keep looking around, hoping to find a little bit of wool and meat and things like that before I go and explore, see if we can find some different building materials for our starter base that we're gonna work on now. I'm continuing to explore the area around our base here, just looking to collect materials. I've got just about everything I need. The last is I need to find 1 more cow because I want to be able to craft some leather boots before we leave. And for those who don't know, if you're wearing leather boots, you won't sink in the snow, which is one of the big hazards when you're in this kind of biome, especially if we're going to go try to climb up a mountain or something. So I'm working on that, and I happened across just near our trapdoor here where we found the yellow flowers right over here. There was some pumpkins growing, which is a very fortunate thing to find in a snow biome like this, because You can use these pumpkins to craft snow golems. So obviously we have lots of snow available to us here where we are. And so if we put down a pumpkin, use shears to carve it into a jack-o'-lantern, and then build a snowman with the jack-o'-lantern as its head, it will come to life and fight off the creepers and whatnot for us. So there's a good collection here of pumpkins, lots that we need to be able to create those golems, which will be really helpful in keeping the creepers out of our base as we're building. Well, it's a new day, and we are ready to go do some exploring. So you can see I've got those boots, which will be very helpful if we come across any deep snow. I also have the chainmail helmet, which we found on a zombie, and our shield, which we crafted from the iron we found. Very helpful if we come into any skeletons. I've got a bit of food. I've got a bed ready to go. Bringing with us a stack of logs as well as some cobblestone so we can craft anything we need along the way. And I did replace, this was our bed from down in our base originally. I replaced that with our new Happy Sunshine bed, and we'll take this one with us in case we need any shelter along the way. So as we go to explore, I might speed some of this up. I might cut it out. We'll see how it goes. But you can see up in the top left, I've got the coordinates on. So that's a good way to figure out where we are if you're playing on this seed later and you want to revisit any of the locations. In future episodes, I think I might start spawning with a map so that we can use that. That's one of the settings you can turn on when you generate a world. That might make it a little easier for you to follow along. But in the meantime, we'll use the coordinates, and I might make an episode. I know some folks have a hard time figuring out how to use the coordinates to find their way back. It's a really valuable thing to understand if you ever get lost. So maybe we'll do an episode specifically on that in the future. So without further ado, we'll head out. I think we're gonna sort of loosely target this mountain over here, climb up there and see what we can see in terms of the world around us. Here we are up at the top of that mountain. Our base is right down over there. I think it's right kind of over here. It's a bit difficult to tell from back this far, but I was standing on some leaves that obviously just went away. So we will keep heading, I think, towards the other side of the mountain, and maybe once we approach a bit, we can build a little tower to shelter for the night and see what we can see. Just fell down into the little cave here. I hear some skeletons. We'll quickly get ourselves away from them. Yeah, we'll continue. So this was our base kind of over in that direction, and we'll basically just kind of go straight across here. We're just about at the top of the mountain, and see what is on the other side. This is interesting. It looks like our biome is changing a bit. We're starting to see some of these giant spruces. Got a little bit of this mossy cobblestone, which looks nice. Might collect some of that before we head back, and we can use that around our little garden area. Gonna keep pushing forward, see if we can come across anything a little more interesting. The sun is kind of starting to set, so we'll likely need to pause here and build a shelter. I'm thinking with some of these giant spruces around, maybe we'll build a little sort of tree house type shelter, and then that'll give us a good view that we can check out in the morning and see what's around us. Well, I took a little too long, and we had one of these baby zombies sneak up on us. I find they are usually one of the trickiest ones for me for some reason. Different folks have different mobs they struggle with, and for me it's those little guys. They often get me. We'll quickly kind of light up this area. There we go. We've got a little fence. Super well protected, of course. Skeletons can shoot over, creepers can blow it up. So we'll quickly kind of build some ladders, get ourselves up off the ground, and then that gives us a little bit of time to construct our initial shelter for the night. We've finished building our treetop shelter here, so you can see got a bed, got a chest. I put a few items in there. I'll leave a little bit of food here before we go. So we have a nice safe space. Obviously being up high with the lights and everything, you'll be able to see this from really far away. So our base is off, I believe, somewhere over in that direction. So we're on the other side of this this mountain now. And we've got this nice big watchtower to look out from. So I'll head up to the top. We can take a good look at the surrounding area. So that's home over there. And we have lots and lots of spruce and then giant spruce forest surrounding us here. I think I'm going to head off in this direction because we can see there's a river. So that'll make navigating our exploration a little bit easier. I can use a boat to head down the river and see what's down that way. If there's anything interesting, we can travel a little faster. We can use a chest in a boat to carry items back. So I think that's the way that we'll head. But we can see there's lots of interesting places to explore in this world. Very big spruce forest right next to very frozen tundra, very wintry world. So with that, I think we'll make a few final tweaks to our base here, and then we will head off in that direction. Well, we're all set. I did a little bit more crafting. We've got a boat now. Grabbed some of that food. Finished some final adjustments on our tree house, so it'll be ready and waiting for us on our way back. We're going to head down to the water, take our boat, and explore the river, see what we can find. Well, we've found one of the rivers near our tree fort and followed that, and I can see over there at least some birch, likely some oak as well. So I think that that will be a good place to start collecting some alternative supplies for our build. And this river over here is where we came up, in case you didn't catch that. And so our base is back that way. And there's this little island here, right in this perfect little spot. And I thought it would be a great place to build a sort of like a mini shelter that we can kind of come back to and use as a little base while we're coming out here to collect these resources. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. We've completed the build on our new sort of temporary home away from home here that we'll stay in while we're out collecting those supplies for our main starter base back where we've spawned at. So interesting little thing, just kind of kept it simple. We've got a little campfire, place to sit. Did sort of a square house shaped design with a cobblestone roof. Close the door. And then down here, we just sort of have a little dugout, a couple of stoves. I'll leave a little bit of food behind, and that way there we know we can come back here if need be. Well, I just headed out towards this forest. We are heading to collect some of our wood, and it seems that there's, I don't know if that's, that must be a village. Looks a little different from this angle. Certainly a unique village, so let's go and explore, see what we have here. Well, this is our first village that we've found so far in this world, so that is certainly interesting. Hello, sir. Cartography table. It's good for creating maps. And let's see what we have in here. Got some pumpkins, obviously, but we'll cut these ones down just so we can get in this building, but we don't necessarily need more pumpkins because we do have some that we can replant from our spawn. I suppose we might as well take some since we're here. Oh, look at that. They've got one already carved into a jack-o'-lantern. Oh, I wonder if nighttime is upon us. It looks like they're all heading home to go indoors. There we go. Oh, this village is a little bit bigger than I thought it was. Looks like we have kind of sprawls out over in this direction. We certainly, I mean, there's an iron golem there, which tells me that the village has to be a pretty good size for it to be able to spawn a golem like that. I can hear some what sound like creepers in the background. It's like maybe a zombie. So we'll keep our eyes peeled as we explore the area here. This looks like some potatoes growing, I think. That's lucky. We can take some of those with us and we'll add those to our garden at home. Oh, that was cute. The puppy just came out of the water and shook off. Oh, hello, Mr. Puppy Dog. Wish I had some bones for you. Will you eat this pork chop? Oh, you will. There we go. Collect some beets here. It's a good find for us. Well, as we've been exploring here, we found a saddle, which is a great find. Maybe we'll be able to tame ourselves a horse. That's always a nice thing to get in the game. An iron pickaxe, very helpful as well. A couple of iron helmets. That was a good find. Well, that's it. That's the end of our time together. I've really enjoyed this time, and I had a lot of fun playing with you today. I hope that you've enjoyed it as well. We accomplished a lot. We started exploring this beautiful world we've spawned in, found some really interesting things like that village, and we've built our treetop fort, which is a fairly cool build. Found that island, and of course the village and the interesting landscape around that. So I think next time we get together and play some more, we'll head out and continue to explore that land. There was those really interesting caves in the mountain. I'm really excited to go and check those out and show you what we found. So until next time, take care of yourself, let go of whatever's bothering you, and craft some joy of your own. We'll see you soon.